Hey guys, so if you want to see how I got on with the Dark Magic palette, which is part of the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill Vault collection, just keep on watching. So we're going to be having a look at the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Dark Magic palette. This is what it looks like on the inside. So I'm going to do what I did with yesterday's video. I am filming them all in one day, aside from the Armed and Glamorous palette, because I want to give you guys an update, hopefully, on what Morphe say. So I'm going to just hold off on that one. But if by the time that one comes around and I haven't heard anything, I'll just film it anyway. Okay, so I'm going to do what I did with the last palette, and I'm going to do like 2 different looks on each eye. So I'm going to start off with Poof here. Oh, this one is quite... like, look, that's given quite a bit of kickback. I'm just gonna go over the lid. This shade did show up on my eyelid really well. Sorry, it showed up on my arm really well when I did the swatch. And I don't really have much use for it aside from setting my concealer. Like, that is the only use that I really have for it. It's like the perfect shade. Okay, now I'm going to go in with Potion. Let's do this eye first. It's kind of just sticking. It's not blending out. Let's try use a rolling motion. That's a little bit disappointing. It's not moving very well. Okay, I'm gonna use Poof just to try and fuse the edges because it's so, like, it's just stuck. It's not, I had the same problem with one of the shades in the Bling Boss palette yesterday. Like, it just, where you put it, it just sticks. And that's that really. And you kind of need another shade to blend out the edges. That didn't really do much aside from lighten the shadow. That's a shame because this was like one of my favorite shades in the whole palette. Anyway, let's move on. So I'm going to use Inside Job right here over the top. Recently I've been so obsessed with like halo eyes, so I've been doing a lot of halo eyes recently. Okay, that shade has not stuck to this part of my lid, so let me try and go in again. It doesn't want to stick. It's like it's sticking around the crease, but it's not sticking on the crease. Oh my lord, this is not going very well. Okay, I'm kind of getting somewhere. Yeah, I'm kind of getting somewhere. Okay, trying to diffuse it with a little bit of that olivey green Potion. These two shades, they just don't want to like go together. Like, just go together, just mix together, just blend together. They're being a little bit awkward. Okay, okay, now I'm gonna go in with Diversion. Now I'll use a little bit more of that dark green. It's like this shade is avoiding the crease like the plague. Okay, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's like now right there is picked up the shadow that was there before, and I'm having to push gently. Wow. Okay, see, now this just looks messed up because I can see exactly where it's picked up, and I can see the edges of where like the last shadow was and where the new shadow begins. It's crazy. Okay, I'm done with that eye. The thing is, I actually like the way that it looks. It's just that the application and the way that it performed was just a lot. Next eye. So we're going in with Shh, and then we're going to go in with Mojo. So let's... Okay, I'm not being very careful with my brushes. Whoopsie. That's a nice little transition shade. Using that same brush, I'm gonna go into Mojo there. Okay, this one has quite a bit of kick up, so be aware of that. Oh, this is a nice dark brown. Ooh, 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 ooh. See, those two shades, they blended together really well, and I feel like that's how these kind of shades should perform. They should blend together. Like it shouldn't be like they are repelling against one another. These two are coming together real nice. And even if I was to just wear my makeup like this, like just fix the edge and just wear it like this, I would have been happy, because I feel like the blendation, ooh, nice. Okay, let's try another shimmer. Let's try Trickery. This is another one of those really hard pressed shimmers that you have to really go in to get. Okay, yeah, look, I don't know if you can see, but it's like there's dig marks at the top. I've had to dig in to get that shade. I'm going back in with that dark brown, that Mojo, and add a little bit of dimension. Okay, so I'm gonna go clean up the edges, and I'm gonna come back and tell you my final thoughts on the Dark Magic palette. Alrighty then, so my thoughts and feelings on the Dark Magic palette, which is part of the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill Vault collection. So I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shades out of 10 shades. And I kind of feel like, again, the shimmers are really good in this palette. I used Diversion and Trickery. Diversion, when I first swatched this in my swatch video, this one was one that I really liked. It was like one of my faves. And Trickery, I feel like it really performed well. Like it went onto my eye really nice. What I will say is that Potion is one of those shades that once you put it down, it doesn't want to move. It doesn't want to go anywhere. It just is like, oh, you put me down, that's it, I'm not going nowhere. It's gonna be, you're gonna have to go through hell and high water to move me. Inside Job is kind of similar, but I can move it a lot better. And I really wish that these two would actually blend together a lot better than they did. I find that Shush or Shh and Mojo, they work really well together. They really do. It's like I put down Shh first and then I use Mojo over it, but it's like they blended together so well. It was so nice. And even if I was just to use these two, like if I was in a big rush and I had to get out the door and I just needed to put something on my eyelids, I could use those two. I'll know that they're gonna blend together really well, and I can just run out the door. I kind of feel like the shimmers, not just in this palette, but even with the Bling Boss palette, the shimmers are really tightly packed and pressed in the pan, which makes it a little bit difficult for me to pick it up. If you can see dig marks at the top, and I had the same problem with one of the shades in the Bling Boss palette. I don't know if there's a reason for them pressing them so hard, but that's what they're doing. This palette to me isn't my fave out of all four. Like, it's not my color theme that I would normally go for when I'm looking at a palette or looking to buy a palette. This wouldn't be one that I am drawn toward, but at least it's like I have something different in my collection rather than the same old browns and oranges and reds. This is something a little bit different. It's something that's a little bit more deep, it's a little bit more vampy, it's a little bit more earthy, and overall, I mean, this look on this side turned out really well, and if I had more time to actually finesse it, I think I would have been a lot happier with it than I am at the moment. This side here, I like the way that the green eyeshadow, the green shimmer went on. It's really nice. And also this shimmer in the center called Diversion. Oh, I wouldn't normally go for this kind of shimmer, but this is really pretty. I think I'm more so taken aback by the shimmers in this vault rather than the mattes. I feel like there's not really like an in-between. It's either the mattes are good or they're just not good. There's not really an in-between like, oh yeah, it's all right. They either perform really good or they just don't perform good at all. Anyway, so how do you feel about the Dark Magic palette? Was this the palette that you were more so drawn toward? Is it one that you're looking to go for if you're not buying the complete collection of the vault? How do you think that they performed on my eyes? Let me know down in the comments down below, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.